Off with 2 balls. We head to the bottom of the third inning here. Jalen McDuffie will lead off for Benedict and a 13-0 lead. Jalen Hardiman is the pitcher on the mound for Morehouse. He's the third Morehouse pitcher we've seen today. Ooh, and Hardiman hits McDuffie in the back.
That's going to sting when he gets back to the dorm, Brian.
Well, that's the left-handed pitcher facing the left-handed batter, and if the pitcher doesn't have his stuff in control, that's always the risk right there. Isaiah Canty, who hit the 3-run homer in the previous inning, comes to the plate. He is 2 for 2 on the day with 3 RBIs. And the runner's gone as the catcher was unable to come up with it cleanly out of his glove. But McDuffie was definitely on his way.
So, Brian, how many steals is that today?
More than I care to count.
I know I've counted at least 4, and I may have missed up
I would add.
Steal.
Well, you weren't with me in the first inning, so I would say there was at least about 5 there. There's a ball that's lifted into the outfield, and it's caught by the center fielder, and 1 out away. Yeah, I would say, Drew, there were probably conservatively at least 2 or 3 in the first inning. I'll back off of I said 5, but I was probably a little high on that. But
yeah, that was Brown in the outfield with that catch there, Brian. Coming into this day, Benedict had 113 steals and 126 attempts, Brian. And they have definitely added to that total.
There's a nice pitch there by Hardiman, able to get the bottom of the strike zone. 2 balls and 2 out, or 2 strikes rather. Called foul. Good hustle there by the third baseman. So a runner on second, 2 balls and 2 strikes. William Martinez in the box for Benedict. He takes right back up the middle. Second baseman come over, feels it cleanly, and gets it over to first base for the out, but the runner advances over to third. Nice play there by the second baseman. So Jaden Jones comes to the plate. Jones, of course, I don't know, he's been to the plate, I feel like, unofficially 3 times, but officially just twice. Involved in a bit of a batting out of order situation in the first inning. And he ended up with a unofficial triple and a 2 RBI triple at that. And then once the batting out of order situation kind of was discovered or called out, he ended up coming back and singling. But as noted, they left the runners on, and so he draws a walk from Hardiman. And so now Benedict has runners on the corners, and Jamie Tavares comes to the plate. Showed some good glove work there on the top half of the inning. Let's see what he does in the box here. Tavares steals second. Kind of predicted that would happen. Well, the run scored, and now it's 14-0. Coach Chinnis Berry of Benedict's football team would love this score in the third quarter. But it's 14-0 in the bottom of 3. One ball and 2 strikes. Hardiman to the plate, fouled off. Just a little high. Two outs. The 2-2 pitch. Caught him swinging. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning, James Mitchell, the center fielder, comes to the plate. And he pulls that ball towards right up the... And it's... one out here. So Jacob Hall now steps to the plate. First pitch, showed bunt, takes the strike. Hall has already been to the plate 3 previous times, and that ball is going to be lifted into the infield, and the second baseman comes down to snag that one out of the air. So a quick 1-2 by Morehouse, and they've got a chance to get out of this inning 3 up and 3 down, which has not happened today for the Maroon Tigers.
Is that going to be enough to give Morehouse a little bit of momentum, Brian?
You never know. It could be. I mean, at this point, what's failed you in the first 2 innings is your pitching. And so if the third pitcher of the day, Jalen Hardiman here, if he's the one that's able to sort of settle into a groove and get some guys out, now all the Morehouse bats have to do is get going. And he paints the outside part of the plate. So we've got 3 balls and 1 strike now to Taj Bates, the catcher. Bates lifts it towards left center. And that's going to be an extra base hit for Bates. Sliding into second. He is out. A beautiful relay from the outfielder. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. And Justin Murray with a leadoff ground out. And so Morehouse picks up a quick first out of the inning. Jalen Hardiman is still on the rubber for Morehouse. He's done a good job of settling into a bit of a groove, as the last 2 innings have really not produced much for Benedict compared to the first 2 innings. And there's a ball that's lifted by Jalen McDuffie into the outfield, and it's caught by the left fielder. So that's 2 away. So Isaiah Canty comes to the plate. Isaiah, the first baseman, one of a few Tigers who had a very good first and second inning, including a 3-run homer. But he flied out to center in his last at-bat. Count evens up at 1 now. There's a hot shot down the left field, and quick throw out there from third base over to first, and another 1-2-6 inning with Benedict leading.
Drawing with a fresh sheet of...
All right, heading to the bottom of the 6th inning, we are. William Martinez steps to the plate, and he is thrown out on the run to first. Jaden Jones at the plate here for Benedict, and he lifts a ball into the outfield for the second out of the inning. And Jamie Tavares comes to the plate. So 12 batters in a row have gone down. I will say 12 batters in a row with a bit of an asterisk, as one of those batters actually did get a single, but he was thrown out going from first to second. So 12 consecutive batters have been retired. And what's interesting about that, that comes on the heels of the second inning where 13 batters came to the plate for Benedict. So it's been an interesting reversal of fortune here for the Tigers, and probably give a lot of credit to Jalen Hardiman, who has done a great job since the third inning. Nothing like Announcers jinx to break up a streak as Jamie Tavares gets a single and he's on base.
Brian, some things are better left unsaid. You've been doing this as long as I have, longer than I have. You should know that by now, my brother.
I'm a sucker. Look, I have no stakes in this contest, so I just report the news.
Just remember
So I'm
that
gonna.
that one day when we have a no going, and I'll just hit you on the elbow like, shut up, Brian. Shut up, Brian. We know what we got. Don't tell nobody.
Yes, sir. Hardiman, that ball gets away from first base, sliding into second, and they're going to say he's thrown out. So Tavares gets thrown out trying to, and I guess, hey, Drew, that consecutive streak, I guess, would still be applied.